Volcanion? Now that's big news. Pokemon! 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 Hello everyone, I'm Dustin, and welcome to another Pokemon discussion. Today we're going to talk about Coro release of Coro magazine and the few information that they revealed. So apparently there was only one interesting information revealed, and that is of course Volcanion. So I have this image right here, and it's a silhouette of Volcanion, but you can see facial features and stuff. This is important because all this information here is, as far as I can see from other people translating it or whatever, it's going to actually appear in the next movie, Pokemon X, Y, and Z, the movie, that's coming out July 16th. So yeah, I will come back to that and discuss it a little bit more, but we have another page here. And then, of course, we get Volcanion and its beauty, I guess, where we don't exactly get Sugimori art, but I'm pretty sure when Coro is officially released in a couple of days or whatever, then maybe all the websites will update with Volcanion information, and we'll get like high-res art of Volcanion and stuff of that nature. So yeah. It just is showing off Volcanion, you know, like it's a move, steam eruption or whatever. That's like a stronger version of Scald, which causes a burn to Pokemon occasionally. And yeah, so Volcanion is a fire water Pokemon. Pretty much we've already knew all about this, but yeah, but at least it's finally officially revealed. So that means any new Pokemon that's going to happen in the future is going to probably be the next generation, or maybe they'll surprise us of some sort or whatever. So yeah. So anyway, back to the movie. Yeah, this is going to be a very short discussion, by the way. Back to the movie. Volcanion is supposed to have a role in this, and apparently maybe Zygarde Complete will also have a role in the next movie. And I can't think of any sort of plot that would regard around Volcanion, and I'm wondering if the reason they did this is because they're going to, when it comes to like February, I think is when they usually revealed new forms of Pokemon on occasion. Well, Zygarde was a special thing, but usually they release a Pokemon, and I think in February is when they reveal it in December, and then sometime in February they reveal a new form. I think this happened with Shaman. Shaman Skyform, I believe, was revealed in February, but I could be wrong. That was a long time ago. That was 4th generation. So yeah, so I feel like I think Volcanion is possibly going to get a new form. There was something in like the Pokedex or something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to look it up, but it said something about it has the power in its hands or something like that. So maybe it'll get like some sort of form change or something of that nature. Maybe even a mega evolution of some sort. And maybe it'll be a lot more threatening in the movie, I guess. I mean, it is already a mythical Pokemon, apparently, not necessarily a legendary Pokemon. Mythical in that you can't catch it within the games outside of an event. So mythical. So it expels external steam from the arms on its back. There was something that said that Volcanion does have power in its back. So yeah. Just a fire water Pokemon, Volcanion, genderless, mythical Pokemon with I think a 600 base stat total, so like most legendaries and other mythical Pokemon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, I do not know what kind of role Volcanion is going to have in the next movie, except just to appear. I'm thinking, well, I think I discussed this a while ago, like a couple of months ago. I think there was discussion of Volcanion and stuff, and I was like thinking of potential movie plots for Volcanion, and I think the best I can think of is that because Volcanion is a fire water Pokemon, and it's specifically the Steam Pokemon, I believe. I don't know if that's its classification, but it's based off of Steam, like a Steam engine, possibly. It's very fire watery, and so I think Volcanion may be used as an energy source of some kind. Now, I think back then when I was talking about Zygarde and I was talking about Volcanion a long time ago, when we first saw Zygarde core, even though we didn't know it was relating to Zygarde and stuff, I thought that maybe Volcanion would destroy the ecosystem in some fashion, being manipulated by the bad guys, and then Zygarde would have to get involved, complete and stuff. So I think that is currently my best guess of what to expect in the movie. I don't know if there's going to be any other surprises in the movie. Maybe we'll get a form change for Volcanion. I did hear some other PokeTubers saying something like Volcanion is kind of underwhelming. We have Diancie with a Mega Evolution, Hoopa Unbound form. So maybe something will happen to Volcanion, but like I said, I think the best plot that I can think of where Volcanion would get some use is if it was being used by a enemy and Volcanion is like a power source and that person is using that power source to destroy the ecosystem, and that'll get Zygarde in the fray and stuff. But otherwise, I have no idea what this is all about, really. So I don't really think there's anything other. I don't think there's anything else to discuss because yeah, Coro was very disappointing. Unlike my my intro to this video, yeah, it was kind of disappointing. I was expecting something more than this, but I wasn't surprised. I did say that they're probably not going to reveal the next generation or the next Game Freak games until next year. Now, could this mean in 2016 January, January 15th, 12th, or whatever? Maybe in a month we'll get Pokemon Z or the next generation of games. It's really hard to say, but everything seems to be pointing to a Z game. Otherwise, why change the title? I mean, yeah, it might be relating to Zygarde and stuff, but would that be the only reason why the anime and the movie and everything so far in regards to Zygarde Core, Zygarde Complete, 10% form, and even 50% form, are we really going to say that there isn't going to be games coming out next year in like October or November, maybe even the third iteration of sixth generation? I mean, last year or some time ago, we had Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so we had that. So maybe we'll get the next iteration of games, or maybe they'll just skip it and go into the next generation. It's really hard to say for sure, especially when Nintendo is like developing new consoles and stuff, and who knows if they're gonna be released, and maybe the next generation games will be on them. But but yeah, it really is disappointing that we didn't really get a lot. There is still a potential secret in Coro that wasn't leaked yet or hasn't come out yet. Remember last month, they talked about big news in this one, uh, outside of revealing Volcanion. Well, it was revealing Volcanion, but we didn't know it at the time. It was just a little segment, and it said, "Hey, next month, expect something really amazing to happen." And of course, we got Volcanion here. So it's possible that we're gonna have to wait until maybe Coro comes out, and then maybe they'll hint at something more. See, the thing is, I am a little disappointed because we've known about Zygarde Core and Zygarde Complete, and there's even Ash Greninja. We've known about them for like quite a few months now. I mean, I don't know when they were first leaked, probably somewhere in September, and it took until October before the actual new series came out in terms of the anime, and yet we aren't getting any sort of information in regards to Zygarde Core, Zygarde Complete, or Ash Greninja in terms of really in-depth showcasing of these particular moments. They're just, hey, these exist. All right. A couple of months later, maybe we'll talk more about it. But it's kind of a little disappointing, to be honest. I mean, Coro, yeah, I think it was might have been the one that came out October, the Coro that came out in October or even September, that showed us Pokemon X, Y, and Z, and showed us the Zygarde forms, 10% form, and it's been quite a few months. So I mean, this makes sense. Volcanion, it hadn't been officially revealed yet, but at the same time, I feel like there's just too big of a gap between all this information that was revealed back then in regards to Zygarde and uh, Ash Greninja even, and there's just been this huge gap. We haven't even heard anything more. Even this doesn't really help us understand what's going on outside of Volcanion. Hey, officially revealed. Oh, and Volcanion is going to be in the next movie, and that's pretty much it. There was like so little pages in this Coro even relating to Pokemon. I think there was another page of Pokemon, and it had Ash Greninja for the TCG, and apparently there's an Ash Greninja and the Pokemon Picross. But this, there was only like 3 pages relating to this. Big news or whatever, and we haven't got any other scans. I was kind of waiting a little bit, maybe some other scans would pop up or whatever, but apparently it's been a couple of days. So apparently Coro has been very light this month, and that's yeah, we can see why with the whole Volcanion. So I don't think there's anything else to discuss. I mean, I could keep talking about how disappointing it was, but hey, at least Volcanion is here. It's been officially revealed, and we can just move on from there. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Dustin Benzel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.